Okay, let's see if I can do this again. This is try number 4. Wonderful. And I'm getting tired. So, I will do this quickly. Uh, Alright. Well, I just got back from the marching band banquet not too long ago. And I, as some of you guys heard, if you went to the marching band banquet, you heard the seniors talking about what the Never Walk Circle meant to them. And I kind of want to say what it means to me personally. I remember my freshman year, my first day here, I had never been away from home by myself. So it was kind of a shock for me. And I remember crying, like calling home, like crying, saying I wanted to come back. And I remember I posted up on Facebook, and I'm so sad that Facebook doesn't know where the post is. It lost it. But I basically said something along the lines of, like, I know I should be happy, but I miss my family, I miss my friends, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. And I remember my section leader at the time, I was on clarinets during that time, and one of my section leaders had responded saying, if you ever needed someone to talk to, I'm always willing to listen. Something along the lines of that. It was a lot longer, but I can't remember exactly. And I can't go back and look. But, But yeah, so, I didn't really understand what she meant during that time. I just thought, oh, it's just sort of a friend thing. You know how friends want to help friends out and everything. And during the end of band camp my freshman year, I remember they had all the new people sitting in the middle, and I remember looking around trying to figure out what's going on. What is this? I don't understand. And I didn't really understand what the circle meant my first year. I think mostly because I didn't really actually sing the lyrics. We mostly played the music. So I didn't really know what the lyrics were. So I didn't really know what the song was about. And I felt sad when the singers left during that time, but I felt kind of connected to them, but not entirely. And okay, the Never Walk means different things for people. For me, it means unity. The band becomes united, and they become as one. And we become more of a family each time we go into that circle, I think. So, for me, the circle is a spiritual sort of thing. For me, at least. I remember when I first got in the circle, my freshman year, and I remember when they were singing it, I didn't really understand what they were saying. But I remember, like, just looking around at each face I looked at, I remember, like, getting heart ties to them. Meaning I became connected to them. And I know it may sound crazy to you guys, but if you're spiritual, it does not sound crazy. Trust me. That's how I feel I connect to people. If I talk to someone and we connect, our hearts connect spiritually, and it grows. And that's what seems to happen every single time for Neverwalk. You look at the faces, and it grows. Your family grows. And just like in a family. You will love each other, you will hate each other, you will learn to tolerate each other, but you're always there for each other, no matter what. And I know it's going to feel very, very weird for me when I leave my senior year, because I'm so used to being on the outside looking in. Pretty soon I'm going to be on the inside looking out, and it's going to feel so weird. But as I kept reminding myself during the senior speech today, because a couple of the people in my section for color guard, they're graduating. So I remember thinking to myself when they were talking, and I had to keep reminding myself, it's not a goodbye. It's never farewell. It's see you later. As my grandma used to teach, as my grandma always told me, never say goodbye. Always say see you later, because it's not the last time you'll see that person. And it really isn't, because once you join the marching leathernecks, you're always a leatherneck. And even if you're not there physically, spiritually, you are there. In the family presence, you are there. And I don't know, it's gonna feel weird for me my senior year, and I'm just gonna have to keep reminding myself, this isn't a goodbye. This is a step, another step to my life. This is another step to the seniors' lives. They're not leaving us. They're just going away for a while. And the main reason I'm actually making this video, one is to get my point across, because I have had people ask me, family members and like new coming people ask me, what does the circle mean? And honestly, all I can tell you guys is it means family, but to each person it means a different level of family. It means something different to everyone. And never take that family for granted. They will always be there for you. And that's why the song, May You Never Walk Alone, matches so perfectly. Because you will never walk alone when you become a leatherneck. And like I was saying, the main reason why I'm actually making this video is because I don't know if I'll actually be able to join band next year because of medical issues with my wrist. If you guys have noticed these last 2 weeks of band, I have not had my flag. I've actually been off in the corner air flagging, and the reason because of that is I've had wrist pains for about 4 weeks now, and it's been getting worse and worse and worse, and right now it's like becoming pretty unbearable, and it'll come out at random times. So if you ever saw me like hunched over looking like I was in pain, that's why. But it's getting pretty unbearable. Like it's from my wrist to like where my elbow is now, and it's getting, hopefully it doesn't get worse than that, but it feels like it kind of is. So I don't want to risk injuring myself even more than what I have if I join next year. So yeah. Yeah, back to Never Walk. I completely lost my point of view. I completely lost my topic here. Sorry. The first video I made was actually really nice, but YouTube was being very, very mean and decided to delete it. Or not upload it at all and decide to stop. How? Okay. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I'm gonna put my arm down here. But yeah, so never take this family for granted, ever. You may think when you first join it's just a class and you'll just know the people in your section. And majority of it, yes, you will. But after a while, you'll notice that it's more than a class. Like, you, at the end of the semester, you would always say, okay, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm done. And as a lot of the seniors says, you need to keep going. Okay. Wrist pains hurt so bad. Okay. But yeah, you have to keep going because you'll never figure out, well, you probably will, but I mean, what's the point of starting something if you're not going to see it all the way through? To me, I don't think you will know what the true meaning of that circle means unless you go to the very end. And I mean, all the friends that you get to see and how close you all become. It's something that you should never want to give up at all. Alright, I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna edit and go to bed. So, alright, I guess that's it. Night, guys.